Welcome back, lawn lovers. BW here again. Hey, it's time for a mow. It's June 7th today, and my front lawn is ready for a mow. And I'm sure that both the lawn and I would enjoy a nice cool drink of water after mowing. None of you have ever mentioned the little collar that I like to mow into the perimeter of my lawn. Maybe you've never noticed it, but then again, I don't think I've ever shown me doing it. I just use my little electric mower to cut along the perimeter of the lawn, about a half-inch taller than I'll be cutting the rest of the lawn. It looks pretty cool, just like the collar you see on putting greens, but it also functions as a buffer between the real mower and the hard edges of the concrete and pavement. It's very easy to damage the corner of the bed knife of the reel against those hard surfaces. It also makes for a smoother transition between my lawn and the neighbor's lawn. I have the mower set to cut at 1 1/4 inches. I like to cut at this height for a couple of reasons. First of all, if I cut it any lower, I may have to cut it every day, or at least every other day, and maybe even need to use chemical growth regulators to keep from having to mow it so often. It looks great cut that short, but it's a lot of work to keep it that way. I can get away with mowing just once every 3 days at 1 1/4 inches without using any growth regulators. Secondly, a lawn needs to be very smooth to mow it any lower than this. I could smooth the lawn by spreading sand around. There are lots of videos out there to show you how to do that, but it's a lot of work, and since I don't want to mow my lawn any shorter or more often than twice a week, a mowing height of 1 1/4 inches works well enough for me. I've found that I can mow any part of my bumpy lawn at this height with my reel mower without scalping it. In fact, there's a very large bump right in the middle of the lawn where a big ash tree used to be. My electric rotary mower will scalp that bump, but this mower glides right over it. Let's go back and take a closer look at the lawn before I started mowing. I'm still having some problems with the white spots that the starter fertilizer with weed preventer made. When I applied the fertilizer, there were some larger pebble-sized pieces of fertilizer flying out of the spreader. I can see now that not only did these pieces whiten the turf with the weed preventer, they also burned and killed the grass in those spots. Usually those white spots just go away after about a week, but these died. Hey, here's one of the spots that I spot seeded 3 weeks ago. Look how nice these are filling in. It looks like I used a little more seed than I needed to, but they sure did fill in. It's kind of hard to find them now, but if I look for spots that are just a little lighter green in color, I can find them. They'll darken up as they mature. I wish I would have put some seed in those white spots, but they'll fill in with Kentucky bluegrass over the summer. I'd like to cut it again perpendicular to the first cut because it leaves a smoother cut surface. That gives it a nice tartan stripe pattern, but the stripes aren't quite as bold as when I just mow in one direction. It almost seems like I'm erasing the stripes a little. This is still spring, of course, and my perennial ryegrass lawn is still growing seed stalks. They haven't dried and turned brown yet, but they are stiffer than the other grass blades and don't bend over and contribute to the striping effect of the mower. June and the first week of July can be ugly duckling season for perennial ryegrass because of the seed stems. In another week or so, the stems will begin to turn brown and spoil the dark green color of the rest of the grass. That can last a few weeks, and there really isn't anything I can do about that. The rest of the year it'll have that dark green and shiny color of perennial ryegrass that I love so much. If you would like to grow perennial ryegrass, be sure to choose varieties that are known to be less stemmy. Okay, one last trip around just to straighten up the stripes a little bit. And then a quick blow to disperse some of the clippings. Well, there it is, and it doesn't look too bad for the beginning of the ugly duckling season. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell next to it so you don't miss any new videos. And remember, you can do it.